a land of towering castles and grand legends lived a knight so small he could almost hide behind a mushroom. Sir Gideon was his name, and though tiny, his heart was filled with a courage as vast as the open sky. He dreamed not of riches or fame, but of one day proving that even the smallest of heroes could perform the greatest of deeds. One bright morning, a frantic cry for help echoed through the kingdom. A gentle bubble dragon, known for its shimmering, soap bubble scales and joyful spirit, had been trapped by a wicked storm spell high in the mountains. The kingdom's strongest knights tried to reach it, but the magical winds were too fierce. Sir Gideon knew this was his chance. He couldn't climb the treacherous peaks, but perhaps he could find another way. Rummaging through his small knapsack, he found a gift from a friendly wizard, a bottle of enchanted soap and a tiny golden wand. The wizard had said, "These bubbles carry wishes, little knight. Use them wisely." With a hopeful heart, Sir Gideon dipped the wand into the soap and blew. To his astonishment, a bubble emerged, not small and fragile, but large, strong, and shimmering with rainbow light. It floated gently, beckoning him. An idea sparked in his mind. He blew another bubble, then another, creating a shimmering, floating staircase into the sky. With a leap of faith, he jumped onto the first bubble. It held him. He carefully climbed his bubbly path, rising higher and higher, leaving the world below. He floated over sprawling green forests and winding silver rivers, a tiny figure on a magical journey, his heart pounding with excitement and determination as he neared the storm-peaked mountains. The sky darkened, angry black clouds swirled, and fierce winds howled, trying to burst his fragile transport. Lightning cracked, illuminating the sky in flashes of brilliant purple. One gust nearly threw him off, but he clung tightly to his bubble, whispering, "Courage isn't about not being afraid. It's about going on even when you are." He held his ground, his small frame unyielding against the mighty tempest. Finally, through the swirling chaos, he saw it. The magnificent bubble dragon was tangled in a web of crackling storm magic. The sticky, dark strands pulsed with lightning, holding the dragon fast against the cold, jagged rocks. The creature looked exhausted, its beautiful bubble-like scales dulled with fear. Its sad eyes met Sir Gideon's, a silent plea for help. The little knight knew he couldn't fail. He couldn't cut the magical webs with his tiny sword. But then he remembered the wizard's words, "These bubbles carry wishes." He wished for the dragon to be free. He dipped his wand into the enchanted soap hand. With all his might, blew a giant bubble toward the sticky webs. As the bubble touched the magical strands, it didn't pop. Instead, it gently dissolved the storm web, turning the dark magic into a cascade of harmless, sparkling dewdrops. He blew bubble after bubble, each one dissolving another piece of the magical prison. With a final, triumphant pop, the last web vanished, and the bubble dragon was free. It shook its shimmering body, its scales glowing brightly once more. The dragon looked down at the tiny knight, its enormous eyes filled with wonder and gratitude. It couldn't believe that someone so small had possessed such great courage and ingenuity to save it. As a heartfelt thank you, the magnificent dragon lowered its head, inviting Sir Gideon to climb onto its broad, sparkling back. Together, they soared through the clearing skies, weaving through fluffy white clouds and dancing on sunbeams. Sir Gideon laughed with pure joy, feeling the wind on his face. He had not only faced a storm and saved a friend, But he had also discovered a profound truth as they flew back towards the kingdom. A new legend was already beginning to be told. It was the story of the tiny knight who taught everyone that true heroism isn't measured by your size, but by the size of your heart and the courage within it. And sometimes, the most powerful weapon isn't a sword, but a little bit of hope and a bubble. Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful adventure. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next tale. See you soon.